together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I'm here with a special guest, Tim, for today's show. I'm joking. But we have a full slate for MLB to go over here on Friday, September the 20th. Tim, there is 9 days left in the Major League Baseball regular season. We had... no, we didn't have did we have a 13 clinch? Yeah, we had a 13 clinch yesterday, a playoff spot. Congratulations to the Cleveland Guardians for punching your ticket to the postseason as they beat the Minnesota Twins. And don't look now, but the Tigers are tied with the Twins for a playoff spot. That's going to get interesting down the stretch. So there's that. 9 games remaining. I'm trying to see what other races we have here going. I think like the magic number for some teams are like 4. There's a couple, some single digits. I'm trying to see where we are for teams clinching as well. I don't know if anyone can clinch today. Actually, I think one team can clinch today with a win, and that would be the Philadelphia Phillies.
Or a brave loss.
A win or a brave loss, and Philly is in. So there's that to keep an eye on. The Dodgers punched their ticket as well to the playoffs yesterday. So there's that. So maybe a little bit of a letdown spot for them tonight as they come off of a 20-4 win with Ohtani getting the 50-50. And then they have to travel to Coors Field and their monster favorites.
Yep, I'll be on that with you.
There we go. But yeah, we'll recap yesterday and then we'll head into today. It was a positive day for me yesterday. It was up a total of a half a unit, but it's still a winning day. It's a winning day. 5-4, up 0.6 units in MLB. An absolutely disgusting loss with my first with an early play that prevented what would have been a 5-0 start.
Oh yes,
today. San Fran, Baltimore. It was 3-2 heading into the 9th. The Orioles blow yet another save. And instead of just getting me 1 run in the bottom of the 9th, it's 2 runs, and I lose the under 7.5.
Fucking one line.
I can't stand the Orioles.
I was at work at the time, and I looked down at my phone, saw that, and I was just I almost did a backflip in the middle of the produce section. It was
I wanted to slam my head against the wall because that was a game that was going under, and I should have hit the under. And for whatever reason, when I bet unders in Baltimore games, they can't play a freaking under. But it is what it is. Under Minnesota and Cleveland, I was worried about losing that one because it went to extra innings. Luckily, the Twins didn't give me anything in the top of the 9th, so then Cleveland walked it off in the bottom of the 9th, or bottom of the 10th. So that was nice there for that to see at least one of those go my way. And then I had a first 5 under where a pitcher had a no-hitter through 5, so that was nice with Kevin Gausman and the Blue Jays for first 5 under 4.5, which was a winner there. Seattle Mariners get the job done, a 3-2 win for the M's. As they look to try to keep their playoff hopes alive. I believe there's still 3 games. No, Twins lost today. They're 2 games behind the Twins. So not only are the Tigers chasing the Twins, the Mariners are as well. So there's that. They have a huge series, I believe, coming up this upcoming week. They have at Texas, at Oakland, at Houston, my bad. The 23rd, 24th, and 25th, a big series there. I'm hoping the division's clinched by that point, but that could be a huge swing in that division if Mariners can go ahead and sweep the Astros. There, I think they would win the division if that's the case, potentially. They would still need some help, but yeah. And then the Mets Philly over 8 was a winner in the 4th inning, which was really nice. The Mets, I saw this stat yesterday. I don't know if you saw it at all, Tim. For the first time in New York Mets history, they score 10+ runs in 3 straight games.
Did you see Alonso's interview after that?
No.
It was like sick, hell yeah, like right on. Like he had no clue about it, but he was all hyped. It was kind of like a pumped up type of thing, and it was fun to watch.
By the way, the Mets magic number for a playoff spot 8.
7.
It's 8.
7. It was 8 yesterday.
I saw.
Spot, it was 8 yesterday.
I follow Mets magic number, and they said after the win it was an 8.
I follow MLB magic numbers. Yesterday it said it was an 8. I'm gonna pull it up now.
I thought it was an 8. I may be wrong, and I would love it. I would love to be wrong, and I hope it's a 7.
No,
but yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, but I'll continue on here with the recap.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh St. Louis over 8 was a loser. I was hoping that was going to go to extra innings. Arizona money line winner. So back in the Mariners, back in the Diamondbacks, fading the teams that clinched the playoff spot the day before, which means we should be on. Who's Cleveland playing today?
Well,
are they playing Minnesota?
I want to put a little bit of a halt on that because Cleveland still has to win the division.
St. Louis. Yeah, it's Ben Lively versus Kyle Gibson in that matchup. We'll get into that.
I understand that point, but they still need to win the division.
Yeah.
Same deal with the Yankees. Although, yeah, we faded the Yankees last night. Although I was stupid and took the run line. They still need to clinch the division, which I think is a little bit bigger for them. But that's just me.
Yeah, that division's pretty locked up though. It's a 6.5 game lead for the Guardians. That's not too far behind.
Yeah, it's not.
Washington Nationals money line was a frustrating loser. They were leading late, and then the Angels did not trail that entire game until the bottom of the 8th inning. I had the Angels first 5 that pushed. I had the Angels full game, which lost. I took a shot. It was the minus 300 fade. I don't think we have any of those today at the moment. We may by the time we get around to it. But overall, that a positive day in baseball. No thanks to Crap State, though, in college football. My only college football play there. I laid the points with them. They lost. That's really concerning for ECU fans that they lost to that team. I'm kind of worried. I am worried as an ECU fan that we lost to App State and then App State did that yesterday. I'm actually worried that this team might be really bad still. And then New England, New York under 38. And I think I said this during the free pick video. I was stunned that wasn't a 34.5. Like I thought that should be like 34.5 to 36 range, like we see with the Pittsburgh LA game this weekend, with it being a 36. I was expecting more along those lines than 38, 38.5. And people bet the game over. Like that game, I was getting kind of nervous because it got down to 37.5 at one point this week. And people bet it from a 37.5 to a 38 to 38.5 to a 39 and 39.5 in some points. I was shocked. How do you bet those two teams over? But hey, got the under there. A nice little winner, and the Jets are back? Question mark. Then back-to-back wins when they don't have to play the 49ers.
Please stop. It's against two teams that are combined now. What, 1-5?
Yeah.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad that line did not hit a 5.5 because I would have bet the Patriots if it did.
Heard. The Mets magic number as of September 19th at 11 a.m. was 8 for a wild card spot. So now it is down to 7. And it's just because, Nick, we have the tiebreaker on Arizona.
Okay.
So they have that a little bit that. Arizona is also 8, but or was 8 going into yesterday. And I believe San Diego didn't play. All the rest of the teams won. So magic number is down to 7. Just keep winning. Yesterday was good for me, although I officially marked my Lindor MVP a loser. Whatever, 6 for 6, 3 stolen base, 3 home runs, 2 stolen base, whatever for Ohtani against the AAA Marlins. So glad he can hit against a minor league team. But yesterday for me, although I switched up one thing with something I bet and something that I put up on my CapperTek, I did bet the Jets. Just kind of a homer piece of crap play, -6.5, and it won. Mets run line, love it. Arizona run line, love it. LA Dodgers run line, winner. I had Seattle money line on my CapperTek. I personally bet their run line. So I won my CapperTek. I lost personally. Orioles run line, never in doubt. And my one loser yesterday was the Cincinnati Reds. Which it's all right. I took a shot with a plus 184, and that was my only loser yesterday. Starting to go back in the right direction. Hopefully can continue to have another good day today. I've already put up all my NFL plays on my CapperTek. All my college football is up on my CapperTek. Go ahead and follow that. I'll put the link to that in the description. And hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'll be getting closer to the positives.
Yeah, I'm still working through the college football card. I've put up, I believe, most of my plays. I think I have a couple I have to still put up that I've already bet. So there's that as well.
Heard. Good morning, ESB. Smashed the casino last night for 500. I will actually. I want to show off one thing real quick because this is now 2 nights in a row of some very late nights. 2 nights ago, I won 1,500. Last night, $2,400 on the 109 mystery bounty. So it's been a really nice couple of days. I just figured I'd show that one off real quick. The video poker, regular poker, we both kicking butt, dude. Quad aces with the queen kicker, 3,200 credits. Hell yeah, dude. Right on. Lucas Raymond, 8 years, $8 million, and Mords Sider, 7 years, $8.5 million. Very well done, Red Wings.
The Red Wings will probably be interesting this year.
Twins lose by 1 run in extra innings. Ugh.
Hey, I needed that for the under.
Isn't it beautiful? Congrats on the Mets that just keep shoving in the runs. Yes, that's been very, very nice to see. I was so happy I chose to watch the Dodgers game live. That was historical. Cool.
Honestly, I know it's coming from a Mets fan. I think Ronald Acuna's 40-70 was more impressive because he played the field.
I would have to agree. And that's that's being a Mets fan saying that a Brave player did something better.
Yeah. Ronald Acuna's achievement last year, the 40-70, was, I think, extremely more impressive than what Ohtani did, because Acuna actually played outfield as well and played pretty decent outfield defense.
10 runs for the Mets in 3 straight games. That was fantastic to see. Nice signing by the Red Wings. Those contracts are going to age well. Illinois plus 7.5 in the over in the Cuse game. I'm personally on Nebraska, but that's just me. Dodgers are traveling home. Rockies play in LA. Are they in LA, Nick? I thought you just said they're in Coors.
Nope, they're not. They're not in Coors. They're in LA. My bad. I spoke wrong.
Ohtani went 6 for 6, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, the cycle, 2 stolen bases. Yeah, it was definitely an impressive performance. I'm not taking that away from him. 2 days in a row for me hitting Diamondback home run props. Not a big deal. There you go. Mets minus 1.5, and the over in the Brave game came through, and the Dodgers kept cashing the over. Barca ruined your 3-leg parlay. Damn. Jets. Yes, that was nice. Any bet on college football player props? Nope. I'll be honest, tonight I'm on Nebraska and I'm on Stanford. I should have taken the Jets. Robert, I went with the other side. Well, whoops. I had a crazy Dodger same game parlay going on where I hit 9 out of 10 legs. The only leg not to hit was Freddie Freeman. Note to sports bettors, take the bottom of the lineup to record hits. Not a bad option. Jets was the easiest play of the season. If you say so. There's CapperTek. How many home runs, stolen bases, and RBIs did Lindor get when he faced the Marlins? I cannot seriously believe you are punching. I'm not. It's still the Marlins, but I wasn't punching him down. I was saying that the third home run was a little bit exaggerated because it was against the second baseman, but he still had one of the best games of anybody ever. I was only taking away the third home run. I wasn't taking away his entire game. Don't do that. Good morning, fellas. Hammered 2 live unders again on Thursday Night Football, including the original under, parlayed the Jets in the under. Not bad. There you go. Artani can still hit 60-60. With you will still say not impressive. No, what he's doing is impressive.
I just said Acuna's 40-70 was more impressive because he played defense as well.
Yeah, Ronald did 40 home runs and 70 stolen bases. And he played Gold Glove outfield.
Did he win a Gold Glove last year?
He played solid enough defense.
He played above average defense. I know that for sure. He's not sitting in the in-between innings playing on his iPad.
But let's go ahead and jump into the MLB card where we're going to start getting a bunch of games that just don't matter anymore.
And I still want to bet them.
Oh, of course. I know you do.
Let's get into it. We have the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. The Cubs open up as 170 favorites, down to a 162. Line opened up at a 9 at -105, went down to an 8.5, but then back up to a 9, and it's moved towards the over here in this spot. Let me switch over from college football to baseball. There we go. 91% of tickets, 92% of the cash was on the over in this game. The lines moved towards the over. 9% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the Nationals. Interesting. There we have the return of the most profitable pitcher in baseball, Tim. Trevor Williams. No, he's no longer.
He got passed by Jose Barrios in his last start.
Yeah. So we have Trevor Williams, who hasn't pitched in a while, against Jameson Taillon, 3.23 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. 6.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%. 1.47 walks per 9, a 258 BABIP, but 386 FIP, and a 408 Sierra. Bullpen advantage, I need to put in 1 second. The Nationals numbers, or did I type it in wrong? It's I think this. Yes, okay. Bullpen edge goes towards the Nationals. Hitting edge goes towards the Cubs. 137 WRC plus is the number 1 baseball compared to 86, which is 26th. Overall, not a game I'm overly thrilled about. It would be dog or pass for me. I'm not laying -170 with the Cubs. I know that for sure. And Jameson Taillon, I do project a little bit negative aggression. Nothing crazy, though. I'd really want to fade the Cubs bullpen is the way I would want to do this and take the edge with the full game with that. But on the flip side, the Cubs against righties have been the best in baseball the last 30 days. Ultimately, maybe you take a shot at an over in this game, over 9 or over 8.5 or over 9, something along those lines. But no play here for me with the lean towards an over and a lean towards the Nationals.
I don't blame you. I'm going to try to be quick with some games that I just want to pass on because they have two teams that are kind of out of it. The Cubs are not quite mathematically eliminated yet, but they're very, very close. And seeing that, I'm kind of on a little bit of a time limit, so I'm going to pass on this game. Nothing really going for me. I think the first game that I'm actually going to bet on, as I'm saying 1-800-GAMBLER games for stuff, the first game I'm going to bet on is that Toronto-Tampa game.
Okay.
But Williams has been on real Cubs team total under.
Williams hasn't pitched in months.
Keep in mind, Trevor Williams hasn't pitched since May 30th. Yes, he's the second most profitable pitcher in baseball. He has not pitched since May 30th. Nationals suck. Cubbies money line all day. Please run line it. Williams is the ground ball specialist. He is solid. Do you trust Williams after coming back from an injury? I want to see how he pitches first. Obviously, it probably does not matter for this year how he looks today. And he's going to end the year probably number 2 or number 3 for most profitable pitchers. I can see this game going over. Wow, I just saw the line jump from 9 to 9.5 right in front of my face. Pass. Let's go to this one, Nick, which I'm kind of in the same boat, but although it is your boy.
My boy here, Nick Martinez on the mound. Let's get into it. Line open up at a 125. It's down to a 120, though, so it's moved against my boy there, Nick Martinez, towards these Pittsburgh Pirates. Line open up at a 9 at -105. It's still a 9 at -105. Let's take a look at the cash flow. We have 78% of tickets and 69% of cash on the over. The line not moving. And then we have 73% of tickets and 79% of cash is on the Reds, with the line moving towards the Pirates. My initial thought was, okay, I like Nick Martinez. I think Nick Martinez pitches well. My numbers kind of like him here. Mitch Keller, I think, with a question mark, and the markets are telling me Mitch Keller pitches well. Keller, 3.49 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 10.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 0.95 walks per nine, a 350 BABIP, a 3.24 FIP, 3.07 SIERA. On the flip side, Nick Martinez, 3.73 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 7.18 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.3 walks per nine, a 264 BABIP, a 4.51 FIP, and a 4.37 SIERA. Bullpen edge here going towards these Pirates. Hitting edge goes towards the Reds, 102 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 92, which is 20th. And I kind of want to take a look at one quick thing real quick. I would like to take a look at the bullpen usages for these two teams. Reds bullpen usage. There we go. Carson Spires, Fernando Cruz, and Brandon Leibrandt probably will not be available. But other than that, I mean, Santillan threw 32 on Wednesday. He might not be available, but Buck Farmer will be. Elias Diaz, Justin Wilson, Emilio Pagan. Like, they got everybody in their bullpen basically ready to go, other than what is usually just like their long relief guys. And on the flip side, with the Pittsburgh Pirates in their bullpen, it looks like a pretty fresh bullpen. Beeks threw 27 on Wednesday. He'll probably be okay. Boracki threw 18 on Wednesday. He'll be okay. Moditsky and Santana threw yesterday, and Chapman threw 6 pitches yesterday. I think they can all be ready to go. Bednard threw 15 on Wednesday. He should be fine. Holderman threw 10 on Wednesday. He should be fine. So we get 2 pretty fresh bullpens there. I think this is a under. I think this is an under spot here in this game. I like Nick Martinez. I want to take a look at what the weather's doing real quick. The weather is blowing out a little bit, which does make me a little bit nervous. But with that being said, I'm going to back it under. I like Mitch Keller as well. Mitch Keller is one of those guys I think is a little underrated. And I see him pitching well today against a pretty weak hitting Pirates team. And I see Nick Martinez pitching well here as well. So I'm going to grab the under 9 full game at -115.
That's another game I'm kind of just going to stay off of. I don't feel the need to get to a lot of games today, especially with how the playoff pictures are looking. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati are both mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. I know it's your boy Martinez. I'm going to stay off of this game as well. Going to kind of push through, unless there's a real good reason for me to bet one of these games, like there will be in the next game. I'm going to be staying off of these ones. So once again, another pass for me, Nick.
Fair.
But I will have a play in the next game. Cubs run line. See, that's a little bit better than laying on money line. Jumping on the Reds. McCutchen home run. If anything, that's not a bad option for looking at him to finish off his Parleys final season really good. Cincinnati Reds home run props on Cincy on a hot day is just too easy. Congrats to him on the big wins. Hell yeah, it's been nice the past couple of nights, and I'll probably play in the 109 again tonight. Keller has been bad. I could see him. I could see the under. Tyler Stevenson home run or LA David Cruz home run. Either one of them could work. A little soccer action for tomorrow. Austin Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea. I have to look at that card tomorrow. I will look at that soccer card tomorrow. The reason I don't want Cubs run line is Nick likes the other side, so I'm middling with the money line.
I didn't bet it though, but yeah.
Nick, let's keep pumping through these games.
Yeah, we have the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Rays pick them total 7.5 in this game. Jose Barrios taking on Tyler Alexander. We have this line opening up at a 105 for Tampa Bay. It's now 107. Line opened up 7.5 minus 115. Now 7.5 minus 120. So an interesting line move there. We have 66% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on these Tampa Bay Rays, 82 and 76 on the over in this spot with the line dropping in this one here a little. Oh, no, the line has gone towards the over 5 cents. That's right. Taking a look at the pitching matchup, Barrios has been good. 1.60 ERA, a 0.89 whip, 7.22 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 1.6 walks per nine, a 239 BABIP, 2.87 FIP, and a 3.72 Sierra. On the flip side, Tyler Alexander, 6.59 ERA, 1.32 whip, 4.94 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 2.3 walks per nine, a 250 BABIP, a 6.65 FIP, and a 5.19 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Rays. Hitting edge gogoes towards the Rays. 87 WRC plus, which is 24th, compared to 70, which is 22nd. Kind of interested to see what this first 5 is done, because that would be the only way I would look at the Blue Jays is early in this game. And the line has not moved for the first 5, which is interesting. I lean Jays early, first 5 only, though. I wouldn't play the full game because I just don't like this Jays bullpen. It's a pass for me, though.
I'm going to go with the Blue Jays here. I know it's a little bit weird because I normally don't bet Blue Jay games, Nick. But I want to go after Jose Barrios, who is currently the most profitable pitcher in baseball. So that's just kind of I know I probably missed out a little bit on some value. I'm betting him the past little while, but I'm going to jump on him now for the last 2 games that he probably starts. Plus, I believe both these teams are mathematically eliminated.
I think for sure Toronto is.
Okay, Toronto. You think? Okay.
Toronto for sure is. The Rays are 5 games out with 9 to go.
So, okay, they're not technically
Technically, they're alive, but they're really not. They need to basically win out and need the Minnesota Twins to struggle, the Detroit Tigers to struggle, the Mariners to struggle, and the Red Sox to struggle. They would need to jump 4 teams in 9 games with a 5-game deficit.
Actually, technically, mathematically, the Blue Jays are still alive. Their elimination number is 3. The Rays is 5. I just pulled up the MLB Magic numbers. The closest team to clinching in the AL is the Orioles. Their Magic number is 4. Astros are 5. Royals are 7. Tigers and Twins are both 9.
Yeah, because they're tied with 9 to go.
Yes. And then there was updated numbers for the NL. Phillies 1. Padres 5, Mets, D-backs 7, Braves are 12. So there you go. Braves elimination number is 8.
Wow.
Keep in mind the Mets also have a series against Atlanta, so but Toronto for me in this game. Hey guys, Cincy LA De La Cruz going for our career 100. For stolen bases. There you go. Tim, give Nick a raise. He's been holding it down while you are busy. Unfortunately, yeah, with my new work schedule, I'm going to be missing a bunch of shows, which is annoying, but unfortunately, we don't make enough doing this, so I have to do other stuff too. Hey, Kelly. Your Mets have been money. Hopefully, you've been cashing. I have been. Even if it's a homer piece of shit play, I've been betting the Mets pretty much every day. I could see Toronto. Yes. Jays smash bot. I read this morning that the Jays have the best OPS in baseball. They remind me of the Orioles a couple years ago. A bunch of no-name guys showing up and killing it. They've been good the second half of the year. Horwitz and Barger have been unreal. I like the Jays today. Kind of pissed I didn't bet the Blue Jays yesterday. I was confident in them. Happy Friday, my guys. ESPN chat followed up a 9-5 day with a 11-5 day, looking to keep it going through the weekend. Let's do it. Engineer hit quad aces with queen kicker for 700. Nice. All right, Nick. I know I've already bet this one, but it's Corbin Burns Day.
Yeah. And I actually did make a move on the last game there. I took the first 5 with the Toronto Blue Jays -115 for that game. So there is that. Quickly tracking that on my bet stamp, and I'm going to do that on the other game when you're breaking this one down. But we have the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. The Orioles are -185 in this game with a total of 7.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, where it's opened up at a 188. This morning when I typed it up, it was at 185, and now we're seeing -160. A massive move towards these Detroit Tigers. Line opened up 7.5 -115. It's now a 7.5 -125. Tells me that Corbin Burns is a little vulnerable in this game. 70% of the tickets, 70% of the cash is on the over. The line moving towards the over. And we have 12% of the tickets and 56% of the cash is on the Tigers. And the line has moved towards them here. This one suggesting the Tigers are very live in this baseball game. Kiter Montero taking on Corbin Burns. Montero, 2.7 ERA, a 1.14 whip, 5.94 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%. 2.7 walks per 9, a 268 BABIP, a 3.53 FIP, and a 4.66 SIERA. On the flip side, Corbin Burns, a 2.83 ERA, 1.19 whip, 6.28 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%. 1.88 walks per 9, a 284 BABIP, a 3.76 FIP, and a 4.3 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Tigers. Hitting edge, Tigers. 119 WRC plus, which is 8th, compared to 93, which is 19th. I 100% agree with the line movement here towards the Detroit Tigers in this game. And I've been reiterating this the last few days. I didn't bet it yet. I didn't fade him. I didn't fade him at all during that series against the Giants, where all 3 games went over. I had 2 unders in that series, which was annoying. And both those games, I lost the unders in the 9th inning. I lost the under in the 9th inning the first game when they gave up 6 runs in the 9th, and then them tying it up and then winning it yesterday killed the under there. I am for sure not going back to another under with the Orioles right now, which means this will be a 2-1 baseball game. But as crazy as it sounds, I do not trust Corbin Burns. And my cap in this game, before looking at the line movements, before looking at the market, was that the Tigers are going to get to Burns here, at least for a few runs, and then they're going to get to that bullpen. And all I need from Kiter Montero, be 5-6 innings, and don't get crushed. Because then you hand it off to a bullpen that I trust immensely more than the Orioles bullpen. And then we get to the bats, which the Orioles have not been hitting. And I'm going to move on the Detroit Tigers in this game, in this one, and I'm getting +139 for them.
Hey, I mean, good luck. I'm going to continue it. We got, 9 games left? I'm not sure if I'm going to do the Orioles every single day in the playoffs. We'll see. I feel like that one's going to be more of a situational, I probably will end up having money on them, but it won't be a system play in the playoffs. So it will stop in the regular season. I'm going to continue with the Orioles. I know it's everybody's favorite team right now in the Detroit Tigers, and you're getting some nice plus money on them. So I understand why a lot of people would like the Tigers today. Not going to take it away from them. I think the Tigers are definitely live in this game, but I'm still going to run my system every single day. Never in doubt with the run line yesterday. But I'm going to continue with the Oriole bet. Nothing's changing.
Yeah.
Tigers, Motor City Kitty first to score, first 5 money line. Line movement to Tigers, I agree. Burns not so good. This is a massive series for both teams. How far up are they're okay. Baltimore's still 5 up in the wild card. Kansas City's not going to get to that wild card 1 spot. They're 3 games behind them. But Baltimore's still comfy right now. Their magic number is 4, so they're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to win the division.
They got off to the good start and they coasted.
I think they got off to a hot start, and it's a young team that still needs a lot to grow. So obviously they could definitely still turn it on in the playoffs. But we'll see. Tigers first 5 full game. Orioles just got off the Giants series. They did. And now this is in. Oh wow. Wait, was it in? It was at home. Okay, I was about to say they didn't just transfer. They didn't just play in San Fran. They also did just play in Detroit the series before that and lost 2 out of 3. So Riley Green home run. It's the Detroit pitcher has a 5-1 record. There you go. Kerry Carpenter home run. Don't talk you off of that. Giants were in Camden. No, they were. We'll have to talk about Giants later. Giants are now in Kansas City. Pass. The line movement has a lot to do with the pitching, though, because last night the line opened up Tigers no pitching. So there you go.
Fair.
Burns hasn't been good in a month. He still has – I will – maybe the rest of the regular season he might not be – I would be okay with him in the playoffs because he has playoff experience. I think he'd be all right in the playoffs. That's what Burns gets for leaving the Brewers. Burns is doing just fine. Nick, I hate this series.
Yeah. Especially when
I will have no problems with losing our bets this series.
Yeah, but I fully expect it'll be a disappointment of a series for the Atlanta Braves if they do not sweep.
Correct.
You have to sweep this series if you're the Atlanta Braves. You lose any of these games, you're done.
Not done because you still have
no. Because the Mets do play the Phillies, so they have a significantly tougher opponent. But line opened up at a 190. It's now a 198 for the Braves. So the line's moved towards the Braves. Line opened up at an 8 at even money. It's now an 8.5 minus 120. So we even moved towards the over, and we even moved towards the Braves here in this one, where we have 86% of tickets, 98% of cash is on the Braves in this game. 81% of tickets, 85% of cash on the over. Line moving towards the over here as well. We have Valente Belloso taking on Charlie Morton. Morton's been good. 2.62 ERA, a 1.28 whip, 10.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%. 3.93 walks per nine, a 3.21 BABIP, a 3.11 FIP, and a 3.76 ERA. On the flip side, Valente Belloso is somebody I've been projecting for negative regression for a while, and we're finally starting to see it. A 4.99 ERA, a 1.60 whip, 4.7 strikeouts per nine, which is 11%, 3.82 walks per nine, a 2.57 BABIP, a 7.74 FIP, and a 5.93 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Braves. Hitting edge does go towards Miami, 119 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 91, which is 22nd for the Braves. I think if the Braves lose this game, it's because Morton gets hit and the Marlins get to him. Like, that would be my cap if the Braves lose this game, it goes over the total. This line's moved towards the over. It's not an overly public over. 81% tickets, 85% of the cash, I guess. But we've seen what Marlins have done at home this year to the total. Like, they are hitting overs at, like, I think 70% to the over at home this year, the Marlins. Like, forget the Marlin fade. We should have just been taking overs in every single Marlin home game this year, because they've been the best over team in baseball at home. I think they've been the best over team in general, 82 and 67. Granted, this is going to be a fun, dynamic matchup because they play the best under team in baseball in the Atlanta Braves, who are 59 and 89 this year over under. I think it's just Braves run line for me, and that is it. This is a must-win series for the Braves. I'm getting minus 130, which is gross, but Braves run line here, minus 130 for me.
I was able to get 118. And let's see. Yeah, no, 130 on Bovada, where I'm going to end up betting it. But no, that's definitely it. And it's a game that I would be okay if the Marlin fade loss. But I'll be quick. It's the Marlins fade. We've been doing it every single day, although we missed one day on the site. But Marlin fade pretty much every single day. It's been one of the most profitable things in baseball, considering that this team is 3 losses away. So in theory, by the end of the series, should be at 100 losses.
Yes.
So
I said that heading into the year they were going to lose 100 games.
Hail the fish fade. And just to think people wanted us to stop. Atlanta smash. Saquon, 50-plus rushing yards. Kamara, 50-plus rushing yards. Parlay at minus 116 on FanDuel. There you go. Marlins are dead. Braves will get 10. I think so, yeah.
I do lean over the total as well. I was tempted on taking an over as well.
I think I'm going to end up taking the over as well, too.
I'm kind of tempted to do the same, is take Braves and over.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
I'm going to take an extra minute on this one, though, because this series head-to-head has not been an under series.
Fade Bozo.
Belozo, yeah.
Over. Braves try to win. Braves to win all games in series. Is there a book that provides that? Probably.
You can bet probably series props.
Yeah, I think it's probably just series props, so that's going to be expensive. Maybe there might be a book that offers like Braves minus 2.5 games in the series.
Yeah.
But I don't know personally. Tigers covered the run line on the road versus AL in 12 straight. Marlins might be live here. Morton is mid, and the Marlins got embarrassed yesterday. They might also be inspired from watching the Dodgers clinch. Maybe. I mean, here's the deal. I'm betting the Marlin fade. I hope the Marlins win. Braves smashing the ball. A team that gives up 20 runs tends to win their next game. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. That's for good teams, but Braves first 5. Braves should smash. Braves run line with the Royals. 9 at my bookie. 9.5 at plus 127. I could see this one going at least 10 runs. There you go. Next game, Nick.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't find a spread for it. The Braves to win the series, though, is minus 350 on DraftKings. So there's that. Let's get into the next one here. It's a pick'em between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Total 7.5 in this game. Opened up Phillies minus 125. Immediately went to plus 105 though. But the Mets opened up around the plus 115 range. It wasn't actually. Never mind. It opened up minus 102 because it went from plus 115 to minus 115 to minus 102 within 4 minutes. So I think that's just the market adjusting itself. It opened up at a 102. It's now 110 for the Mets. And it opened up at a 7.5 minus 115. It's now a 7.5 plus 102. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Mets, suggesting David Peterson pitches well here. We have 57% of tickets and 50% of the cash is on the Mets, and the line's moving towards them. And then we have 76% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the over. Line moving towards the under. So kind of interesting, telling us that the Mets that Peterson pitches well here. Question is, does can Christopher Sanchez? And I think the answer could be yes to that, but the Mets have been hitting lefties. Let's get into it. Christopher Sanchez, 1.99 ERA, 0.93 whip the last 30 days, 8.41 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 0.89 walks per nine, and 259 BABIP, a 3.2 FIP, and a 306 SIERA. On the other side, David Peterson, 2.52 ERA, 1.14 whip, 7.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.06 walks per nine, and 298 BABIP, a 2.92 FIP, and a 3.92 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Mets. Hitting edge, Mets, 131 WRC plus, which is number 2 in baseball versus lefties the last 30 days. And the Phillies are 6th in baseball last 30 days against lefties, 115 WRC plus. This is Mets or nothing for me on the side. I wanted to take an under in this game, but not with the way these two teams are hitting lefties. But the market does point towards both these pitchers can pitch well. For me, it's Mets or nothing. It's probably just going to be nothing, though, for me. It's just going to be a stay-off spot, but I would only look towards the Mets.
I'm going to continue with the momentum of the Mets. Not to mention the Mets win games that David Peterson pitches. They just do. They're 14-5 when Peterson pitches this year, and that's been kind of the norm. And I want to take the over as well in this game. I know the Mets have been scoring like crazy. But they always seem to score when Peterson's pitching. Like, they always seem to give him a lot of run support. You look at some of the games he's pitched this year. Okay, 2-1 in the last game. Whatever. 6-2, 7-2, 3-2, 7-1, 4-3, 9-1, 9-1. They're giving him runs. I'm going to take the Mets here. I'm also going to look towards the over in this game. I think the Mets continue their run to try to get to the postseason.
Fair. Yeah, it's a tricky spot for me. Ultimately, not a game I think I'm going to get involved with. But I would only look towards the Mets.
Fair enough. By the way, I got about 25 minutes until I have to go, so I'm going to try to run through the comments quickly. We're going to try to run through games quickly.
Okay.
Hughes, I'm on Stanford. But I got 8.5. I'm not laying -170 on an alternative line. Phillies need one more game to clinch the division. No, they need one more game to clinch a playoff spot. Division, I believe, is 3.
I think it's 4.
Something like that. The Mets need to go 3-1 against the Phillies for them not to clinch the division against them. So I got it at -108. Toronto. Line smells like a Philly win. This is an under in Philly, but how in the world would you want to fade the Mets in an under? Right?
Yeah.
Juice Guy is right. They should touch Christopher Robinson Sanchez. I hope so. Over. I can see it. Phillies win tonight. Mets win tomorrow. David Peterson Day. Yeah, I love David Peterson. Phillies versus lefties.
Mets versus lefties.
Mets versus lefties. Mets mash spot -2.5 today. I like it. What Mets home run prop we betting because they are smashing the ball? Nimmo, Vientos, Acuna. What about Alonso?
I'm going to say give me the best Acuna in baseball and Luis Angel.
There you go. Mets should be favored by more than -115. I don't think so.
Still the Phillies who have the best record in all of baseball. So
yeah, I was about to say the Phillies have the best record in all of baseball. I don't know about that one. Acuna props all day. How is the Mets bullpen? It should be fine. They didn't really use any big leverage arms last night, right? They used Stanek. Did they use Diaz?
They used Stanek. Let me go over that real quick. The New York Mets bullpen. They used Stanek for 21, Danny Young for 19, Edwin Diaz for 12, Reed Garrett for 10. All of them will probably be available. Everybody in the bullpen should be available. The one that's thrown the most amount of pitches the last 3 days is Phil Maton, who threw 25 on Wednesday. Brazabon threw 17 on Wednesday. Other than that, Ottavino hasn't pitched since Tuesday. Alex Young hasn't pitched since Tuesday. Jose Buto hasn't pitched since Monday. And Reed Garrett's thrown twice since Monday. So everybody in the Mets bullpen should be available for this game.
Hit a home run, baby. It's not about the money, Spider-Man. Alonso home run. Why not? I'm waiting for more Mets money to come in before placing the bet. I don't know if you're going to necessarily get that. Stanford is awful. That's fine. Home game for Syracuse as
covered
well.
Morrison.
I just don't see Syracuse winning by over a touchdown. No way they are sitting Acuna. They can't. Well, they are? That's weird. Why not the over in the Mets Phils? I
like the pitchers. I like the pitchers, and we have a fully rested Mets bullpen that has been pretty good as of late. I would look towards the under.
Jesse Winker home run. Got Wazoo on a teaser. Wazoo and Cuse. It's going to be a fun playoff-style game. You boys realize Mets versus Dodgers is very realistic right now? It could be. You think Lindor's back? That would be very interesting. I would love to see it. Although I want him to be 100% healthy. Hello, Markel. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Minnesota Twins and the Boston Red Sox. It's a pick'em. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have David Festa and Richard Fitz. Line opened up -105. It's now on both sides, and it's now -112 for the Twins. Line opened up at a 9 at -110. It's an 8.5 at -110. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Twins, suggesting that we're going to see a decent performance from Festa. 75% of tickets, 72% of cash is on the over. The lines move towards the under in this game. 52% of tickets and 85% of cash on the Red Sox. The line moving towards the Twins, which is interesting there. Taking a look at these two pitchers, David Festa, I expect pretty decent from 4.94 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 10.87 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 3.29 walks per nine, a 3.04 BABIP, a 2.92 FIP, and a 3.51 SIERA. Richard Fitz, I think this is more of a bullpen game for the Red Sox, which does kind of worry me a little bit. Let me just take a look at what we could be expecting from Fitz. Fitz is going to throw. He threw 5 innings back-to-back starts, and he's been pretty good. In his 2 starts, he gave up no earned runs on 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts against the Yankees. No earned runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 5 2/3 against the White Sox. Let's take a look at the pitching or at the bullpens here in this spot, where we have the bullpen edge going towards Minnesota. The hitting edge goes towards Minnesota, 91 WRC plus, which is 21st. And the Red Sox are just not hitting right now. Dead last in baseball against righties, 66 WRC plus, which is 30th. I'm shocked that this number is as high as it is for the total. And, okay, it's gone down to an 8.5, which probably makes me feel a little bit better on the under in this game. The question is, can we trust the Red Sox bullpen, which I think has been a little bit better as of late. And I'm gonna go quickly rework the bullpen numbers real quick, and then go from there. I might be moving on this full game under.
I wanted to go after the Red Sox today because of how bad the Minnesota Twins have looked. I can't do it. Just because the Boston Red Sox are having a bullpen game, and although Boston's not mathematically eliminated yet, and I just can't really go after Boston on a bullpen game. Good luck to you if you're betting anything this game, but this one's a pass for me. And you're probably going to see a bunch of passes throughout the rest of the card because a lot of games just don't matter. Yeah. Lindor should be 100%. I hope so. Fade Boston on Fridays. The Red Sox suck. Give me the Twins. Twins. I want to fade the Twins. They cannot hang right now. Red Sox want to play spoiler. Buxton hitting 1 over the Green Monster. Detroit. I think Detroit probably loses today. Let's keep on rolling, Nick. One team eliminated. One team still kind of poking their head out.
The Mariners have kind of played themselves back into playoff contention. I don't know if it's the Mariners playing themselves back into playoff contention or it's the Twins really inviting teams back into the race. Yeah. Because the Twins should have easily ran away with this, and they have allowed teams like the Mariners and the Tigers to stay alive. Which, if the Tigers make it into the playoffs, I'm a little nervous about my Astros futures, to be completely honest. That would make me kind of nervous there for that. But let's get into it, though. Seattle Mariners, Texas Rangers. The Rangers are favorites in this game, -115, total of 7. It'll be the first home start for Jacob deGrom in a while. Line opened up at a -120. It's now down to a 118. Line opened up at a 7.5 even money. It's down to 7 at -104. Taking a look at the cash flow, 28% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Mariners in this game. Line moving towards them slightly. 70% of the tickets, 61% of the cash on the over. Line moving towards the under. deGrom looked good in his first start back. Let me get up his exact numbers for him. But first, we'll go over what George Kirby's numbers are, which is 4.46 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, 6.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 1.31 walks per 9, a 260 BABIP, a 4.54 FIP, and a 4.20 Sierra. He does make me a little nervous, though. But on the flip side, we have deGrom, who in his first start back went 3 2/3, gave up no earned runs, 4 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And some things change, some things stay the same. deGrom pitches really well, and his team loses the game, and he gets a no decision. It's the same thing over and over again, except for he's doing it in a Rangers uniform now. It was 3-0 at the end of 6 innings in his last start, and the Mariners end up coming back and winning that game 5-4. I mean, it's a Jacob deGrom start, so Rangers first 5, Mariners full game, type of thing here. I'm very interested in Seattle in this one because a couple things. How far is Jacob deGrom going to pitch into this game? If we're getting 4, if you give me 4 innings of Jacob deGrom and 5 innings of Rangers bullpen, give me the Mariners all day long. All day long. Give me the Mariners. The bullpen edge goes towards the Mariners. The hitting edge, 129 WRC plus, which is 3rd in baseball against righties the last 30 days for the Mariners. And they hit better on the road than they do at home. This is Mariners for me as a dog in this game.
I doubled up on the spot, Nick. Mariners in the over. And it's not so much of a fade of deGrom because he's going to go 4 innings, maybe allow a run, and then the bullpen's going to get hit. And when it comes to it, I definitely think that obviously Seattle has more to play for, but I like the Mariners to keep trying to keep it competitive in the wild card until they probably get swept by what's their face, Houston. And then that I have a feeling that's going to end up ending their years is it getting swept by Houston. But for right now, Seattle coming off of a nice win versus the Yankees. I'm going to take them here plus 105 on the money line, and I'm going to take the over 7.
I'm staying off the total because I can see this game being 3-2. I can see it being 5-4. I have really no interest in this total because I could see deGrom pitch well in this game, and I think we could see something maybe kind of similar to yesterday, which I missed an opportunity yesterday to bet this. But when it became 3-2 Yankees, or 3-2 Mariners again in that game, I should have live bet the under. I was looking at it, and it was like a 10. I'm like, it seemed kind of interesting. Game finished 3-2. That would have been a no-sweat winner there. Yeah, no, it's Mariners plus 105 for me. I already bet it.
Let's roll. Under. No, thank you. I like the over. Mariners are so bad. They're not going to make it. Tigers have the mojo.
Yeah,
luckily they don't have to play the Tigers. Mariners. Rangers smash. Kirby ain't that guy. With everyone humping on the Mariners, I lean Texas money line. Is everybody humping up on the Mariners?
I see a lot of love for deGrom. I think everybody's going to see the name deGrom and go after that.
I like the Rangers here, actually playing well lately. Atlanta run line, yes. So what do you say your favorite play today is? Detroit for Bailey. Is David Pearson the third best pitcher? No, I would put David Pearson as the 2. I like Manaea more.
I'd go Severino too. I'd go Manaea 1, Severino 2.
I would go Manaea, Peterson, Sevy. That's just me. Detroit is not my favorite play at all. If anything, it would be plus 1.5. My favorite play is actually the Rockies. I'm on them. I'm on the Rockies. Got the Mariners under if you can get that in Texas, New York. Texas, Seattle. Yeah, no, I got what you meant. Friday. Yes, it is Friday. All right, Nick, I'm going to try to get through this game and maybe one more game with you.
All right, that's fair. We'll go on. Diamondbacks and Brewers. Minus 115 for the Diamondbacks, total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we have Zach Gallen, Colin Ray. Line opened up 120, it's still a 120. Line opened up in an 8 at even money. Dipped down to a 7.5 per minute, back up to an 8, and it's moved 22 cents towards the over in this game between these two teams. We have 76% of tickets, 69% of cash is on the over in this one. 36% of the tickets, 47% of the cash on the Brewers. So the sharp money coming on the Brewers. Line not moving there in this one. Colin Ray, Zach Gallen. Gallen, 3.38 ERA, 1.28 whip, 11.53 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%. 4.5 walks per 9 is 3.11 BABIP, 3.11 FIP, and a 3.77 SIERA. On the flip side, Colin Ray, 6.66 ERA, 1.32 whip, 7.01 strikeouts per 9, which is 18%, 1.05 walks per 9, a 3.04 BABIP, a 5.98 FIP, and a 4.43 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Brewers. Hitting edge, Diamondbacks. 128 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 98, which is 16th. I've got absolutely nothing in this game. I would lean over the total if I had to bet anything in this spot. I'm not a fan of Colin Ray, and I think the Diamondbacks can get to him here. But the market's kind of telling me that probably the Brewers are a little alive here. So maybe that's telling me Gallen gets hit a little bit too, and this is an over. So I would lean over the total if I had to bet anything.
I took the Brewers. Yesterday was the Arizona day. Arizona still has not been playing well as of late. They have won 2 in a row, but one of them was to avoid getting swept by Colorado. The other one was after Milwaukee celebrated winning their division title. I think Milwaukee's back to business today because they still have something to play for, and that's a bye. And they're currently 3 games behind Philadelphia for the bye. 3 games behind Philadelphia and the Dodgers for the bye. Both the Dodgers and Philly are 91 and 62. So both teams are tied for the bye spot. So that's going to become a competitive race down the stretch. I do think Milwaukee will probably be out of the bye opportunity in a week. So probably by the time the Mets head there, it's going to be a meaningless series for the Brewers. But I'm going to take the Brewers here at around plus 105.
Fair. Yeah, it's a stay off spot for me.
Of course, Robert thinks it's a Diamondbacks smash spot. Brooker under. Diamondbacks, D-backs. D-backs unless the Brewers want to play spoiler. Or the D-backs, the Brewers can still try to go for a bye. D-backs took advantage of the hungover Brew Crew. Brew Crew a better team. Yes. Hey, boys, do you read chat? Nope, we don't read chat. Shout out Davey Roberts. I changed my mind. Brewers money line with Tim. Right on, dude. Colin Ray we trust. Diamondbacks minus 1.5. All right, Nick. After this game, I'm gonna have to head out.
But yeah, we have the Houston Astros and the LA Angels. We'll see. Minus 250 for the Astros. Total of 8 in this game. These are, I wouldn't call them must-win games for the Astros, but if you want to lock down the division, now would be a great time to do it. Line opened up at a 240. It's a 245. So we've had a 5-cent line movement towards the Astros. Not enough. Line opened up at an 8.5 at even money. It's now an 8, minus 105. So move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have 74% of tickets, 74% of cash on the over. Line moving down. 95 and 86 on the Astros. Line moving slightly towards them. If this moved a few more cents, this could be cash cow range. But line dropping is kind of interesting. Tells me that we see Verlander pitch well in this game, but I don't trust Verlander. Right now, I don't trust either of these pitchers. Let's get into it. Tyler Anderson, 5.4 ERA, 1.72 whip, 6.84 strikeouts per 9, which is 16%, 5.04 walks per 9, a 3.17 BABIP, a 4.89 FIP, and a 5.39 SIERA. On the flip side, Justin Verlander, 8.34 strikeouts per 9, or 8.34 ERA. My bad. 1.76 FIP. He's not looked good. 5.56 strikeouts per 9, which is 13%. 5.33 3.57 walks per 9, a 346 BABIP, a 498 FIP, and a 5.6 Sierra. Bullpen edge, Astros. Hitting edge, Astros, 115 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 81, which is 28th. I lean towards this being a Verlander shutdown spot. Like, he goes in there and he shows people that he is still Justin freaking Verlander. And it's an easy offense to do it against. An Angels offense that is very light hitting. And this is a good spot for him to do it in. He's at home against a bad team. This should be an under. I don't trust Tyler Anderson, though, for this under. So ultimately, it's a stay off spot for me. I lean under the total if I'm betting anything in this game. But with that being said, do I trust the Angels bullpen? Not really. Do I trust Anderson? Not really. So it's a lean towards the under for me. I kind of lean towards this is a big motivational spot for Justin Verlander. Hey, Verlander, you want to start in the playoffs? Show us something here.
Yep.
If not, it's going to go Framer Valdez, Hunter Brown, Yusei Kikuchi. And then Ronaldo Blanco.
There you go. I'm going to end up passing on this game. I know, super exciting. I would have probably bet the Astros if it was a cash cow. I don't feel like there's any real value in doing it now. Before I go, I'll quickly mention I have one more play left onto the card. I've already put it up on the site because I know Nick agrees with it. Give me the Rockies. That'll be my last play that I have on the card. Rockies plus 205 on the money line. I think it's a bad spot for the Dodgers, but that's all I got for that. That's all I have for today. I'm gonna have to start leaving at 11:40, 11:45 each morning so that I can get to work. I'll be back on Monday for you guys. I apologize for missing a bunch of shows. Unfortunately, with my new work schedule, that's just how it's going to have to be. But I'll try to be on as many as possible. And then when NBA season comes around, there might be some night shows so that I can personally be able to do every single NBA card. So we'll see with that. But that's going to do it for me, Nick. I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow the CapperTek. That's where you get all the plays.
Fair. All right. Appreciate it. I'm so tempted on moving on that under, though, because this is also kind of an angle that I used where I cashed the under in Minnesota-Cleveland in that first game, I believe it was, between Zebby Matthews and Gavin Williams. Two pitchers with high ERAs. The line went from an 8.5 down to an 8. Screw it. I'm taking the under. I'm taking under 8 minus 115, Astros and Angels. I'll probably regret it, but so be it. Under 8 minus 115. This is the exact same angle for me as the Matthews Williams game. Two higher ERA pitchers with a good opportunity with the line dropping with the public on the over. I'm gonna do that. Astros smash. I watched this game last night. Angels management is so dumb. They were tied, intentionally walked a lefty facing a lefty to get hit up by a righty to score 2 runs. Yeah, it was annoying. Under might be the play. Total went from 8.5 to 8. Yes, I moved on the under. Angels first 5 plus a half. With it being an under, yeah, I could see it. If my projection for this game is a low variance game, yeah, I could see plus a half. Verlander is so bad. This exact same pitching matchup was only a week ago. Verlander had his bounce back. Houston is a kind of dumb to have him face the same exact pitcher. Fair. Thank you for all you guys do. There you go, Nathan. Not a problem. Astros run line. I like the under. Astros Braves money line parlay plus 111. I love it. I don't mind that whatsoever. Let's do it, Nick. Let's let our big nuts hang. Fair. I don't trust Verlander. Verlander is very tough to trust. Very tough to trust. But with that being said, this is also an Angels offense that is very inept offensively. So I can see this as a game where Verlander shuts him down and the game finishes like 6-2 at the very worst. Let's move on. We have the rematch of the 2014 World Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals minus 155 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot between Michael Waka and Mason Black. Line opened up at a 160. It's now a 175. Line opened up in an 8.5 even money. It's now an 8.5 and minus 115. A move towards the over and a move towards the Royals. Pretty significant move towards said Royals. 90% of the tickets and 99% of cash is on the Royals. Line's moving heavily towards them. 77% of tickets, 85% of the cash is on the over in this game with the line moving towards the over. We have Mason Black taking on Michael Waka. Black, 4.61 ERA, 1.32 whip, 9.22 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 1.32 walks per nine, a 3.33 BABIP, a 4.42 FIP, and a 3.67 SIERA. On the flip side, Michael Waka, 2.57 ERA, 1.09 whip, 10.03 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%. 1.54 walks per nine, a 3.30 BABIP, a 2.37 FIP, and a 3.42 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Royals. Hitting edge, Royals. 90 WRC plus, which is 23rd, compared to 87, which is 25th. I've got nothing in this game personally. This could be a potential cash cow spot on the Royals. Not a game I'm going to get involved with unless it pops up as one of those. But it's not up to the 180 yet, and it's up to 175, though. It's moved a decent amount since I've typed it up. So for all I know, I could be looking in 3 hours, and the Royals are a cash cow play, and I move on the Royals run line. So it's a pass for me, though. Not yet a cash cow, but I'm going to project it will be. So maybe I just move on to -1 then, is really what I should be saying right now, is getting ahead of this line move, which and just grab a -1 now. I just want to see what the -1 would be in this game because it looks kind of expensive. So it would be a -1 for the Royals or nothing. Let's see. Royals -1, -135. It's just a lean at this point. Just a lean. Casey Smash. Waka. Cash cow, not yet. Don't know who's Mason is, which makes me like the Royals -1.5. Royals -1.5. KC, parlayed Braves and Royals. It's not a bad look either. We'll keep on going here. Kind of an interesting line. This was one of them where when I was typing it up, this kind of feels like the don't make sense line of the day. Why are the Cardinals favored over the Guardians? Well, the Guardians just clinched a playoff spot last night, and it's Ben Lively taking on Kyle Gibson. Line opened up 110. It's now 111 for the Cardinals. So we have a 1 cent line movement towards them. Line opened up in an 8 at -115. It's now an 8 at -120. Looking at the cash flow, 71% of tickets and 95% of cash is on the Cardinals. Okay, so I guess the public likes the Cardinals at this line. I don't understand why, but they do. 58% of tickets and 54% of cash is on the over in this game. The line moving towards the under in this spot, I believe, right? Did it move towards the under? No, move 5 cents towards the over in this game here. So not an overly public over, which is interesting there. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here between Ben Lively and Kyle Gibson. Lively, 4.5 ERA, 1.32 whip, 6.11 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%. 1.93 walks per nine, a 3.09 BABIP, a 3.49 FIP, and a 4.28 SIERA. On the flip side, Kyle Gibson, 3.45 ERA, 1.26 whip, 7.22 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%. 3.77 walks per nine, a 2.65 BABIP, a 3.83 FIP, and a 4.77 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Guardians. Hitting edge, 1 WRC plus towards the Cardinals here. 99 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 98, which is 15th. I have no interest in this game. This will be a stay off. I wanted to move on the Cardinals, but not everything correlates for me to do so here. So no action here, just a lean towards the Cards. There we go. Cards -1.5. Guardians clinched. Cardinals, and Blake Lively is cute. LOL. Yeah, Blake Lively is that's Ryan Reynolds' wife, right? If I remember right, Blake Lively is Ryan Reynolds' wife. Guardians money line and New York Mets. Yeah. So far, every team that celebrates their playoff clinch loses. Yankees and Brewers both lost. Okay, did the Guardians celebrate last night? Do we have video of the Guardians celebrating last night. I'm going to quickly look that up. Do we have? Did they pop champagne last night? If they pop champagne, Cardinals money line will make my card. So let's look up Cleveland Guardians. Did they pop champagne? Did we see any videos of them doing so? They did last night. They did. All right, cool. Give me the Cardinals. Cardinals money line here for me. Minus 116. Which I'm betting all my stuff on Bovada right now because they gave me a 100% deposit match and stuff like that. So I'm running through all things there. So if the lines are bad that I'm betting right now, it's because for a little bit of time I'm going to be betting on Bovada until I run through all the rewards, and then I'm going to go and pull all that and put it back into my my other books. But for right now, I'm going to be stuck with bad lines because I'm using Bovada at the moment. Minus 116 Cardinals money line. Minus 116 Cardinals money line. Yes, she's Deadpool's wife. Yep. Every team cracks champagne fair. Guards clinch. Minnesota. Yes, they did celebrate. Awesome. Well, I didn't know if they would because their magic number, I think, is like 3 for the division. I thought maybe they would save it for that. But yeah, no, that does make sense. I could see Jose Ram getting crunk. Yeah. Ohtani doesn't drink, so I'm expecting him to go yard again tonight. It's the Rockies, so I could see that. Let's move on, though. We have the New York Yankees and the Oakland Athletics. We have the Yankees as around minus 190 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Garrett Cole and JT Ginn. Line open up 185. It's now 190. Line open up 8 and minus 105. It's now 7.5, minus 122. Move towards the under. Move towards those Oakland Athletic. Nope. Move towards the New York Yankees with 92% of tickets and 99% of the cash on them. 74% of tickets and 69% of cash is on the over, and the line dropping in this spot here. Can we get Ginn to pitch well is the question here. Because Garrett Cole, I think, will be fine. 3.62 ERA, 1.10 whip. 8.89 strikeouts per 9, which is 24%. 3.62 walks per 9, a 239 BABIP, a 3.68 FIP, and a 4.30 SIERA. On the flip side, we have JT Ginn, 4.94 ERA, 1.39 whip, 8.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%. 2.28 walks per 9, a 343 BABIP, a 4.44 FIP, and a 3.79 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards these Yankees. Hitting edge goes towards the Athletics. 116 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 98, which is 14th. I really don't know what to do with this game. Looking at it, I see Garrett Cole pitching well against the Oakland A's. The question is, can JT Ginn and the bullpen pitch well enough for an under? Don't know if I particularly want to invest in that. So ultimately, it's going to be another pass here for me. But I would only look towards the under would be my lean in this game. But not a spot I'm getting involved with. Let's see. Yankees smash. Sneaky A spot. Soto out as well. Injury. Garrett Cole strikeout ladder. I could see Cole pitching a big game. Under might be the play. A's have great pitching staff. I kind of think the under is the play too. It's a lean for me at the moment. Let's keep it going. We have 2 games remaining on the card. I'm shocked this isn't a minus 300 fade, but it's Garrett Crochet, so I guess I'm not as much. Line opened up 225. It's now 247. So we have a 22-cent line movement here towards the San Diego Padres. Line opened up 7.5 at even money. It's now down to a 7 at plus 102. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards these Padres. 93% of tickets, 99% of cash on the Padres. 78% of tickets, 81% of cash on the over. We have Garrett Crochet, who's pitched good. 79 or 5.4 ERA, 1.28 whip, 12.83 strikeouts per 9, which is 34%, 1.35 walks per 9, a 394 BABIP, but 2.72 FIP, and a 2.43 SIERA. On the flip side, Padres, Musgrove, 2.67 ERA, 0.92 whip, 12.96 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%, 1.6 walks per 9, a 278 BABIP, a 2.61 FIP, and a 2.87 SIERA. Bullpen edge, Padres, hitting edge, White Sox, 70 WRC plus, which is 29th against righties. The Padres are not hitting lefties as of late, 54 WRC plus, 25th in baseball. They're really struggling against lefties. This line dropping, I think rightfully so. And I'm interested in an under in this game. And the question is it a first five or is it a full game? The Padres bullpen is not to worry about for me. My worry is that we get 4 innings of we get 4 innings of Crochet, and then we get a somewhat taxed White Sox bullpen. Granted, nobody pitched yesterday for the White Sox, which desperately needed because they went 13 innings the game before. On Wednesday, they shredded through basically their entire bullpen. De Los Santos threw 25, Schuster threw 39, Baroa threw 32, Kuhl threw 31, Eller threw 28, Varland threw 27, Anderson threw 20. I don't want anything to do with that White Sox bullpen right now. And I want everything to do with this Padre bullpen, though. Like, I want the Padre bullpen involved in my unders. I don't want this White Sox bullpen involved in my unders. So do we go first five? And I think asking Musgrove and Crochet to pitch well, I don't think is asking too much to a point where I'm kind of interested in what this first five under is, which usually with Padre games, if I'm betting an under, I want the full game, but this is more of I don't want the White Sox bullpen involved. It is a 3.5 in the first 5 innings, which does make me nervous. I want to see what a 4 is because I kind of want 2-2 to be a push or 3-1 to be a push rather than a loss, which I highly doubt I'm going to get a decent number on that if I can find a 4. First 5 under 4 minus 135. No, thank you. It'd be a lean towards the first 5 under 3.5. But is this something I would like to get involved with? Kind of I want to get involved with it, but do I really want to sweat that out? Not really. It's tricky. I want that first 5 under. I think I move on it. I'm going to move on it. I haven't done a 3.5 in a while. First 5 under 3.5, White Sox and Padres. I expect both these pitchers to shove. And I mean, neither of those offenses scare me at this point. So first 5 under, Padre run line, Pods minus 2.5, White Sox upset, Padres minus 1.5 is free. See, I'd be nervous about the Padres laying a run line or laying 2.5 with the total this low, personally. Lean under 7, White Sox first 5, Seattle. I am on the Mariners, Padres, and Braves parlay. I could see that. We'll move on to the final matchup here. You guys know where I'm going to go in this game, and I actually really like the situational spot for them as well. It's plus 205, so I'm going to move on the Rocky money line here in this one. Let's get into it. We have the LA Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies. We don't even have a pitcher announced for this game for these Dodgers, and we really don't have a line history. Do we have a market? We have 97% of tickets, 98% of cash on the Dodgers for the books who do have it. I have an undecided pitcher versus Kyle Freeland. I don't mind Kyle Freeland, but this is a situational spot for me. The Dodgers clinched the playoff spot last night, and now they're going to travel from Miami to LA. This is an obvious sleepy spot here for the Dodgers, and getting plus 205. I'm going to move on the Rockies in this game. Not really too much of a breakdown for this game because there's not really too much to break down, but I'm getting Rockies money line plus 205. So finishing off my card with the Rockies at plus 205. Rockies money line, Dodgers smash. Walker Buehler? Oh yeah. Yep. That makes me like the Rockies even more if it's Walker Buehler. Yes, sign me up. But that is everything for today's card. Let's head back to the chat there. Keep riding the over. Walker should be renamed Home Run Baller. There you go. Home Run Buehler. But that is everything for today's card. So the recap, as always, will be on my CapperTek. Let me grab the link for that. If you guys sign up for a CapperTek account and give me a follow, you will get all of my plays for a week for free. I still only have 8 followers, so that's a shame. So there's that. But yeah, if you guys follow me there, you will get all my plays for free. And then if you want to go after that, then there you go. Rockies, yeah. College football, I am on San Jose State tonight. That is it. I was leaning Stanford. Don't know if I'm pulling the trigger on Stanford, but it's just San Jose State for me for tonight. Good luck. Thanks. Good luck. And then I moved on Dolphins plus 4.5. I am strongly considering the Dolphins this week for that game as well. But that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and we'll catch you guys same time, same place for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, guys.